welcome everyone to our grand final edition of GPL 357 here in Latrobe. We are 1 weekend away from finding out who's going to be the premiership winners for 2015. We are, without the late scratching Theo, unfortunately can't be with us here, but I am joined by the two captains of the grand final sides. On my left, the captain of the Buglers at Rolly Ryan. Welcome, Rolly.
Morning.
And on my right, we have the captain of the Tridents.
Welcome, Tony.
And so these two captains sitting at the two top of the table, Corruptibles and Tunners, unfortunately went down in the prelims this week. So what we're going to do is we're going to review those prelims. We're going to go and, for the last time, see if we can find a few degrees out there. I doubt we'll find it. We'll come back, we'll discuss the knockout grand finals. We'll read the menu, the Charles Latrobe medalist menu for the Charles Latrobe medal this Saturday night. Then we'll preview the big grand final, and we'll talk to the boys about how the year's been, and that'll be it for the year. So we'll talk about and go straight into the prelims from last week, guys, and we'll start off the top of the table. Tunners were playing the Buglers, who had got there outside the top four, and the Buglers just proved too strong. Breck Mansfield and Rolly, yourself on 38 great rounds, then Dale Street had topped it off with 37. Really good scoring on a difficult day. On 176 were far too strong in the end for the Tunners, with Bobby Marsh on 36 and Peter Whitfield 34. There was not much underneath that. So a wonderful victory, Rolly, and a devastating blow for our Tunners mates.
It was. Feel a bit sad for the Tunners, Tone. They did the job all year, but except on the day that they had to perform.
Yeah, they had a wonderful season, 13-2. It'll be a hard one to swallow for them, I reckon.
It will. The captain, on the day, it just doesn't happen, and that's the way it goes. I mean, these matches are virtually on the day. You've got to play on the day, and that's the way it went.
Yeah, there's no good. Little bit of momentum coming from outside the top four. It's rare. It has only been done once before. So the momentum you're riding into the grand final.
We're like a steam train at the moment, mate.
Yes, how do you see it there,
I
Tony?
reckon the terrific scoring on a very hard day. I agree with the momentum's there, but I've got evidence. I've checked the data for the year. Very few teams have been able to back up on such a good score, such a good round, unfortunately. So, momentum doesn't last forever. It goes up and it goes down.
Yeah, stats. You can tell a lot from stats. You can find anything on it. But I like the way you're thinking, Tone. So the Buglers over the Tunners. The Tunners can lick their wounds for the summer, and I'm sure they'll come back bigger and stronger next year. And the Buglers into the grand final. The other prelims saw the Tridents play the Corruptibles. Two real even teams, well matched, and it became a draw for the ages. Yes, 172 all. And two real even sides. For the Tridents on 172, we had Chris Voke and Murray Carman, 36. Tony Andrade, the captain as well. The captain's playing well, 34. And then on 33, Marcus Smart, Jeff Blackman and Tony Leverington got their scoring going. And over on the Corruptibles, they had Murray Cropley and Dean Pinatara on 35s, and Andy Hills, Michael Doe and Jeff Schofield on 34. The Corruptibles, once again, wonderful this year. They just once again slipped when they didn't. They had the chance and they just didn't take it. The Triple Crown that they were going for may just be too hard.
Yes, very true. Again, it just proves the point I was making earlier. That, you can be on a momentum for a little bit, but, on the day that it counts, somehow momentum seems to fade. But look, we're very pleased with Murray Carman. He's had a serious illness all year, and he's come back. So we've got Murray Carman up there. So
yeah, it's fantastic.
And he played in the morning when it was cold.
I was going to say, you sent him out in the morning field just to throw the cat amongst the fingers for the Corruptibles, so do play in the afternoon, and he shot 36 and might have just put the moz on him.
Beautiful.
How do you actually work the countback, Tone?
The countback, just for Streeter's knowledge, it really is the team with the best score on the day. If it's tied up, the team with the individual part, the best score wins. And in this case, Murray and Chris Voke on 36 just got them over the top of the Corruptibles.
Okay. Yeah,
So,
great score by Murray Carman. Yeah, and Christopher, is it Voke?
Christopher Voke.
Oh, what a great score. Yeah, good score on the day.
We call him consistent Chris because he's been pretty consistent.
Yeah, well, that's it, yeah.
He's with Kenny Harvey very hard on himself, but he's had a wonderful season this year, and is himself taking a bit of momentum into the grand final, Tony, so don't kill the momentum
Well, you know
too
what
much.
happens with momentum, Tony.
Well, yeah, the thing is, we've got lots of others that are down and ready to come up.
And so have the buglers, mate.
And we've got a secret weapon there.
Come on, guys, let's go. We'll continue this later on. Just as these guys just cool their heels. We have all year gone out onto the course to try and find these 3 lost degrees. We haven't found them yet, and we'll see what we found out this week. Cobra box firing up, the non-playing Surats. Talk to me, guys, who's going to win this thing?
No, we're out of the Surats logos. Like, we've gone orange now. We're orange. We're orange today.
Who's going to win the premiership, guys?
Tunners.
Darren?
I'm going to put Billy in the all Latrobian. That's what I'm going to put. Billy Fuller.
Really?
Yeah, that's my tip.
Gaz, who's going to
Well,
win this
if
thing?
it's based on fashion sense, the Buglers, I would have thought.
Wow.
We've got a new recruit.
Matty Canty, I know, Richmond man.
That's correct, yeah. Richmond and Destin together, playing the Dream Time. We've got a new recruit for our squad next year. Look out.
Yeah, good luck. Let's hope he turns up. Who's going to win it, Tony?
I reckon the Buglers, they've got the red gear on today, they look pretty good. So the main thing is you look good first and then play good golf second.
Can't argue with that. You see the old Tunners after a couple of holes whipping into the practice fairway just to continue the warm-up. How are we travelling, guys? Good start.
You are allowed to practice during the round, aren't you?
Yeah,
We're
start.
just getting the wrist moving.
As long as it's on a practice fairway, and I believe this is one of them. How are you playing? Good start?
Yeah, good stuff.
I'm using these as painkillers today, Tony.
I was going to say, how is the knee? It's got to be the right knee, looking at the atrophy of that leg.
Yeah, no, they shoot horses, don't they?
They do, apparently.
We'll see how we go.
It's on, but that's what we're cut.
With the camera?
Yeah.
I got the camera.
No, it wasn't fire. It was poor contractor doing some concrete grinding. So I forgot to tell me about it, so I didn't isolate the panel. So he's got
So yeah, there's a few interesting things that go on behind the scenes at GPL 357 that don't make it off the cutting room floor. Theo doing his best to make us look presentable every single time he shows up. We'll now have a look at the knockout, the other grand final that is coming this weekend. The knockout, we'll see the Craftables playing the Tridents in a review of last week's prelim, which was a cracking match. How they got the Craftables on 172 were given a gift by Brother W's, who I think they were bought off. They might have taken some money. They might be selling themselves in Hawaii with the cash. The Craftables doing what their name suggests. Derek Mandy on 34 and Rob Cresciuti on 33 did some resistance, but the rest unfortunately on the 30. 151 was never going to get it done against the Craftables 172.
True.
It's a bit hard when you've got 3 men.
Yeah.
It really is tough.
Yeah, they struggle to touch the old Brother W's. And the Tridents on 172, they were too good. The Ferrets have been magnificent the last half of the season. Once Preferred Lights came in, they found the new gear.
Look, I don't want to repeat myself, but again, it shows how momentum can drop suddenly. But look, we didn't expect to win so easily against the Ferrets. I really would have expected a bit more of a fight from them, really. A bit disappointing.
Yeah, well, I'm sure if momentum's mentioned again, Big Wes might knock on your door before Saturday, and the momentum might be behind a fairly significant bit of bouncing.
He has gone a bit quiet today.
He has to be
Since I think he went off like a stick of dynamite, he's had laryngitis.
I know.
I'd rather hear him on the court than not hear him.
I think you won't hear him before Saturday if this keeps up. Charlie for the Ferrets on 35, the Scottish Ferret was magnificent as always. And then Dave Baker and Peter Gilder, the 2013 Charles Latrobe finding a bit of form on 33s, and then a bunch of 32s, but 165 not quite good enough for the well-matched Trident side.
We were so overjoyed to hear the results.
Yeah, I can imagine. Tridents versus the Corruptibles, it was a cracking match on the weekend, 172 all. The question is, can the Corruptibles get 2 trophies? They've already got the team survivor, or are the Tridents going to do the double? This is one half of it. Can you get over the Corruptibles again this week?
I think we can actually. We've got a very, very even team. When some people are down, others get up. And we have got the secret weapon we're going to roll out on Saturday.
Which is?
Sorry, we don't talk about operational matters.
We'll wait to see that happen. Is anyone going to be playing in the morning?
I don't think so. I think we're going to be all playing in the afternoon together.
Who do you think is going to win this one? Robert?
Oh, I'll have to go with the Corruptibles. I like the Corruptibles against the Tridents.
Yeah, well, it goes against your thought of momentum that the Corruptibles maybe should get up over the top.
I think the momentum will get them there.
It just might get them over the top. No. So Corruptibles possibly in an absolute cracking match again. They'll be disappointed losing last week. They had their chance and missed it. I think they'll be up and firing for one more go, and I think the Tridents have had their heads straight onto against the Buglers, and the Corruptibles might just sneak through underneath and may get over the top.
They may, but they'll have all the pressure on them, whereas we have got nothing to lose. We're just going to let it rip on Saturday. All the boys are ready to go. No short putts, no short shots. We're just going to give it everything we've got. We've got nothing to lose. We're so happy to be there.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, it's fantastic. Winning is not the only thing, but it's close.
It's close, and we want to get even with those Corruptibles because, you know.
Well, what I have here, guys, the Charles Latrobe medal is following the grand finals this Saturday night, and a new tradition. The Charles Latrobe medal is from the year before, which is Bruce Fairless from Brother W's, which is a little concerning for everyone, is a vegetarian. He gets to choose the menu for the Charles Latrobe medal, much like the Masters do, and so I can tell you that the Charles Latrobe medalist Bruce Fairless has chosen the following to be eaten: maple roasted chicken ballatini, stuffed with feta, parsley and buttered up pumpkin on chapped potatoes with a maple juice, or seeded mustard crusted roast beef on mashed seasonal vegetables and a bit of juice on the side as well. So that's the moment.
Sounds beautiful.
Sounds beautiful. Sounds like my kitchen rules.
It does actually. Let's hope the kitchen does rule. The desserts, a bit of sticky date pudding, which might be served to the team that loses, in a little bit of butterscotch to make it easy, and the chocolate butt cake. I'm going to have to compose myself. And on the basis of that, we'll just slip over and have a quick word from our sponsors, Schweppes, and we'll be back in a sec. Okay, and we're back. Thanks, Reps, once again for your sponsorship of the year. We are now into the grand final, guys. This is where it counts. It all, after 15 rounds and 3 weeks of finals, it comes down to the last Saturday, where the Buglers will play the Tridents for the GPL Grand Final and the Premiership for 2015. Guys, once again, well done for getting here. It's been a fantastic effort. Rolly, who's your key players for the side this week?
Key players? Brick, the usual. Tommy Robson, Streeter always stands up, and then the ones that haven't been performing, I think, will really come to the fore this weekend. Big Wares, Chris Bird, Hesketh will give us something in the morning.
I was going to say, your morning players, how are you thinking? How are the morning guys? Hesketh, Allender, often in the morning.
Yeah.
Big Dave, the tall bugler.
I think they'll stand up this week. They've got something to stand up for, and this is the one to go.
It could be a real key element, I think, of the grand final. If you get some decent scoring out of your morning players, the Tridents will face that hitting off the first tee, knowing that they have the job to do in front of them. It could work for or against your tone.
Well,
who are your key players, mate?
Well, we've got Murray Carmen on fire.
Yeah.
Chris Vogt is consistent. Jeff Blackman promises to finally hit a good score, or eventually hit a good score.
Hello, Jeff.
Harry Pearson is on a promise at the moment.
Lucky Harry.
He's been a bit down lately, so he said he's going to come good. We've got Tony Levington. You know, he's quiet, but you know, if I look at my sort of data sheet here, he's actually scored very well.
He has done. He's had a very good season.
Daryl Hocking needs to put in a good one.
Yeah.
Phil McKenzie,
the new new grandfather, I should say.
Right.
Daryl.
And of course, Phil McKenzie. We've got Nolan Smart, Bernie Van Praag.
Geez, you've picked them all as the key players. Well, we'll be interested to see how that goes. One thing you'll notice, Schweppes, this is something which is extraordinary. They've got the colours of the Mighty Buglers, the red Gatorade drinks they've had in their thing for a long time. Probably since 2008 when the Buglers won the first premiership. But there's this yellow colour over here, Tony. It's not the colours of the Tridents. The Trident's green, and you're not going to believe it. Greg Madigan, the head honcho of Schweppes. Can you believe what happened this year? This week, Schweppes have released, and this is fact, a new Gatorade flavour.
Beautiful.
In Trident green. I cannot believe it. Fierce green apple. In the Trident green colours. Tony, if ever there was an omen, do you think you might take this momentum with you into Saturday?
We'll take anything.
I can't believe it.
This is our second secret weapon.
Well, I tell you what, you'll see new written on the table, released this week in Trident's green colours. We now have the colours of the grand final. I'm going to put it to you guys that the team that loses it will need to stand as one and drink the colour of their opposition. Can I have it that you'll drink the fierce berry red and you'll get these guys around and drink the green apple if you can't get over the
But
line?
I hope we don't have to.
Yes, you're wrong.
Right, this is magnificent. We'll take a photo of this, drinking the team colours of their defeated, of their premiers. It'll be fantastic to see. I'm not going to tip a winner because I just feel this is going to be a magnificent battle, and I'm just looking forward to seeing how both teams go at it, and I'm sure it'll be a high-scoring match. It is off the Blues, a stroke event, so it's really going to test both teams to the absolute core. Riley, confident?
Quietly confident.
Yep.
I don't want to eat humble pie. I like being nice and quiet, but I know our boys should stand up this week.
Yeah. Tony?
Well, I feel a little bit nervous. You know, that nervousness you get before a big score. And I think our team are ready for it this time. We were in the knockout a couple of years ago and we sort of folded that day. We've learned from our lesson. We've learned our lesson. Well, I think we're ready to go.
Well, there's no doubt both teams have been involved in finals from the outset. Both have been strong teams for the whole 8 years that we've been going, and it will be a magnificent match that happens this Saturday, and we'll celebrate hard, I'm sure, Saturday night at the Charles Latrobe with both teams coming en masse for the night, which is fantastic to see. So I'd like to wish you both all the very best for the match, and may the best team win, guys.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Dan.
Good luck,
Thank you,
guys.
Dan.
Thank you.
All the very best. This is our last show, so it has been a season of fantastic proportions. The Tunners have been magnificent all year. The Phoenix and Ferrets battling it out, striving for the wooden spoon. The Phoenix just getting over the line there. The Vultures' pink shirt curse that they bought those pink shirts that didn't win a game in them. The Surats, I think, if you can say, have finally made the grade. They've done fairly well. We've got some history coming in the All Latrobe. It's just simply been a season of great golf, and with the course we've had with the Sewer going through it and all the disruption, it's just great to see everyone, the camaraderie that's come through the season, and everyone sticking fat with Latrobe. I think it's just been fantastic, and really a season for the ages. We've enjoyed everyone. I'd just like to thank a few thank yous. Firstly to Schweppes, John Halliwell, who is our sponsor, Schweppes, and we hope you've felt it's been a great season for you. Theo, our normal guest, and Scotty, who's filled in occasionally, the man behind the bar, who've both been really good with the GPL 357 show. All our guests, and especially Rowley and Tony for coming again today. You've been here a few times, which is fantastic. And finally, all the players. You guys really are the heartbeat of the club. You turn up and you play and you have a lot of fun, and it's just fantastic to see everyone get along and interact so well together. So good luck guys, all the very best on Saturday. This has been Latrobe's GPL 357 for the last time. We'll see you at the Charles Latrobe.